Good morning, Eastern Oregon, and welcome to this February the 15th version of AM Live on EOA, your connection to Eastern Oregon.
You're
Boom.
getting better at that. It's only been a year.
It's only been a year. Yeah, go figure, huh? So, yeah.
First
so
time I've
that's,
seen that new intro.
I know, me too. It was like, it's a little more mellow than the last one.
I need something to get me going though. Benny knows that.
Don't. I kind of do miss that.
Like
old.
every day when you walk in and you hear the radio, you know.
I know.
I'm not listening to jazz music for crying
I
out
know,
loud.
and I kind of know your mood just by the music when I hit the back door. It's like, okay, where's he at? Oh yeah, okay, he's
awake.
He's awake.
I got here early today. So
well, good morning, man. Yeah, you did.
Second Monday.
That's funny. How long have you been using those labels?
Which labels?
Second Monday.
I've always a long time.
That's kind of your thing?
Yeah, because I've always even in school and jobs, I try to compartmentalize things to make it easier to manage, I guess. I don't know.
Does it kind of help you? Yeah, I mean, does that help you?
Yeah. Helps me remember things. It helps me, obviously I try to take things a day at a time, but then I also break things down into okay, here's the first part of the week, here's the middle, here's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're glad you guys are with us, Eastern Oregon. Please pipe in, comment, let us know where you're from, where you're at this morning, and we always like that involvement. Allison Hamill from Remax Real Estate is going to be with us here in a few minutes, and then the Johnny Ballgame is going to be here in just a little bit. So that'll be kind of fun to talk about.
It's not going to feel like Second Monday anymore when he gets in here.
We're going to talk about the Super Bowl.
He's loud.
We'll talk about stuff. Who knows where the conversation will possibly go. Yeah,
we never know. Let me talk about sports real quick before we get to the weather. EOU basketball this weekend swept men's and women's. It was senior night. I didn't get any pictures of the women's seniors because the camera whacked out on me, but I did get one of a few of these guys, man. Max McCullough, Kobe Gardea, Zane Wright. I mean, fixtures in EOU basketball. Kobe's actually a coach right now. His knees just gave out on him, and he wasn't able to finish his career. Zane, the oldest member on the team, Max, the second oldest. Man, these guys. Max is arguably the best player ever at EOU, and just great dudes too. I've spent a lot of time with these three guys, and they're just phenomenal human beings, all three of them. So congratulations to them. So both EOU men's and women's basketball made their conference tournaments. They sealed the deal this weekend, even though we have two more conference games this weekend in Portland, Warner Pacific and Multnomah. The men's team is going to be a 7, possibly a 6 seed. Women's team is going to be 1 through 3, one of the two. So the women will end up getting a home game. The men won't. But Chris Kemp's first season at the helm, and he's done a great job with these guys, and especially overcoming adversity with Max's injury, and just a great job. So hats off to them. EOU baseball, they won 2 this weekend. All the EOU teams that played this weekend won.
Wow.
The softball team went 2-1 on the weekend at Whitworth, a D3 team. The baseball team, like I said, they beat Pacific, and Pacific was ranked 18th in the country. The women's lacrosse team got a historic first real win. So they played last year, but it didn't count. It was all scrimmage games. This year, their very first game against Whitworth, Whitworth, I believe. They won, I think it was 8-6. So it was the very first win in program history. And then also this weekend, and then we'll get to weather, So the weekend before this, we had 3 girls qualify for state in wrestling. Dora Galinda Soto from LHS, Delia Golzo, and Caitlin Brock. They all qualified for the state tournament. And then the boys wrestling team had 18 qualify for state, 1 districts by a landslide. And I'll just name them off real fast. I'm not going to tell you what place they got because it's just going to take too much time. Mason Wolcott, Bobby Golzo, Kai Carson, Landon Perry, Tavion Kerr, Jackson Leonard, Bryson Penaloza, Josh Collins, Dominic Caratello, Braden Carson, Ridge Kerr, Jared Isaacson, Mikhail Foster, Eli Sinius, Cole Schaefer, Wyatt Livingston, Jared Armstrong, and Brody McMillan.
Wow.
18 kids qualify.
Wow, that's cool.
I mean, we're going to win state.
And was
18 at state is a lot.
Didn't Brody, this is his first year wrestling, or I'm trying to remember,
was
Brody, kind of an afterthought.
Brody came back. Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah.
Brody actually beat during the regular season and in the district finals, beat the returning state champion, Gage Bloomer from Baker. One more thing. The conference tournament, which I didn't even know we had a conference tournament for high school basketball. I'd never heard of it before, but Ontario and Mac High play Thursday, and then LeGrand plays the winner of them Friday. And then this Thursday. Okay, so it's Wednesday and Thursday. So LeGrand will play the winner of them Thursday here, boys and girls. And then they play Saturday against Baker again, which I don't understand what's going on with that, but that'll be in Baker. And we've split with Baker this year on the boys' side. The girls have lost to Baker twice. So,
wow.
And that'll be for the GOL championship.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Baker is, you said we've split. We won 1, they won 1.
They beat us here by like 20 boys.
Right.
And then we go over there last week and beat them by 32.
That's funny.
It's so weird. And it's the best LeGrand's played this year. I mean, I was there in Baker, and LeGrand's hasn't played a better basketball game than they played against Baker last week. And that's what it's going to take to beat this Baker team. This Baker team's good. I mean,
yeah.
They're scrappy. They're young. The crazy thing is they have, I think, 2 freshmen that start, 2 sophomores and a junior or something like that, which is crazy. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
All righty. It's kind of, I don't know what you call that out there.
Gloomy.
Gloomy.
Yeah, it's better than raining or snowing, though.
Yeah. Let's listen to Gabe's forecast.
Heading into the day on Tuesday, we'll all top out into the 30s and 40s, although Pendleton will be close to 50 degrees, other than some isolated moisture towards the northern part of our region, accumulating some trace amounts. The rest of us will remain dry with developing sunshine. Heading into the day on Tuesday for LeGrand, it does look like this. We'll start out at the mid-30s at about 9 o'clock with some snow showers around. We'll see that gradually diminish throughout the day, mixing in with some precipitation in the afternoon. Northwesterly winds will blow at times up to 25 miles per hour in spots. Heading to my short-term forecast for the Grand Ronde Valley, we'll top out at 40 degrees for Tuesday. Exactly the same pattern on Wednesday as we see a mixture of some isolated snow, graupel, rain, showers in the mix of that sunshine.
Every time it's just
I'm just sitting here like you put a piece of cake in front of me. Like
I know,
just have the biggest grin on my face.
Just as smooth as can be. It is so funny.
I wish I was that smooth when I was that age.
Yeah, and he's just getting better all the time.
Holy mackerel.
Yep. All righty. Well, hey, it's good to have Allison with us today, and we're going to the keys to the market with the Remax Real Estate Report, and we'll be right back. Hey, Allison, how are you?
Hello, good morning. I'm wonderful. How are you guys?
We're doing good.
Good.
Yeah. How are things going? You're just in the other room here. We're glad that you're here with us, and it was nice to meet you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, if you would.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm one of Remax Real Estate Team's newest agents. Been licensed for about 2.5 years now. Um, I grew up here in LeGrand, moved here in 6th grade, graduated LeGrand High School, went to EOU, ran track for 4 years at Eastern, got my history degree, and I'm not putting my history degree to use, but it was sure fun it was fun to get it.
Well, very cool. And these are some of the pictures of you and your family. And you have 2 kids.
Oh,
I have one. No, the
Okay.
little girl is mine. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Well, awesome. Well,
what year did you run track at EOU?
What's that?
What years did you run track at EOU?
2010 to 2014.
2010 to 2000. What events?
So I was a sprinter. I didn't do anything more than a 400.
Oh, nice. Who was your sprint coach back then? That was before Rebecca.
Yeah, it was before Becca. We had 2 different ones. So we had Jack Kegg. I don't know if that name rings a bell. And then we had another one, and he was only with us for, just a year or 2 before he left again to the Midwest or something like that. I'm blanking on his name, but he was a good guy.
I love Ben Welch, man. He's one of my favorites.
I think everybody loves Ben Welch.
Well, and his son Benny Welch, we call him, works for us and has been for the last 5 years, and so.
Oh, very
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Allison, thanks for being here with us today, and kind of tell us what's up in the real estate market.
It's a question we always have to be prepared to answer no matter who asks us, right? So the market is, it's crazy. Crazy is an understatement, right? So we have all of these qualified buyers, multiple buyers, and nothing on the market, right? And so it's competitive, it's crazy, and we don't have much to offer our buyers at this point in time. And it's a little bit sad.
Yeah. That makes it pretty hard, I would imagine.
It's hard because we're seeing a lot of buyer burnout, right? So they keep getting rejections, and they get tired of shopping, and they're tired of renting, tired of looking for a home, and it's a little bit sad.
How do you help a buyer, like, say if there's a buyer and they're consistently getting rejected on offers that they think are fair value, especially with such a low inventory of houses, right? Like, obviously sellers the price is going to elevate. So how do you help a buyer through that?
It's just tough. We basically have to be like, so we're real estate agents, but also we're coaches, right? So it's like, hey, sorry about this rejection. Let's keep trying. But we basically just have to tell them, hey, you know what? This is a home that's new on the market. Let's put in your best offer first off and see where it goes. It's hard because multiple rejections. It's hard for those buyers to keep going. But you just have to be like, let's do this. Let's try. that track experience kind of comes into play there, doesn't it? Like, come on, you can do it. Yeah. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I never had a coach that just said, come on. Like, come on, Nick.
Come on, let's go. Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, but your typical coach, like, go run a lap. Yeah,
that probably wouldn't. That a lot.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't work. Yeah.
No, a different kind of coaching for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, cool. Well, how how many offers are you seeing coming in for houses that, kind of give us an idea. You hear about it being really competitive outside of the area, but are you getting multiple offers above? Talk a little bit about what you see happening here.
So with such low inventory right now, like in Union County specifically, LeGrand, right now I think we only have 12. As of this morning, we have 12 active residential listings in LeGrand. And so, yeah, wow.
What's normal? What's normal?
What's normal?
Yeah.
What's normal is, triple that,
Oh, wow.
at least.
Wow.
It's the lowest that I've ever seen. And Brent, to answer your question, we're getting new listings here and there in our office, right? And so we're seeing still, because last year was pretty similar to this year, we're seeing 4, 5, 6 offers on a single property.
Wow.
It's not uncommon.
And some of those are above asking, or they're all above asking?
I would say that probably at least a couple of them in the mix are usually above asking.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know my daughter recently bought a house in Vancouver, Washington. And, she just felt really lucky. Didn't look like they were going to get it. And, they had the chance to do the second place offer or whatever. I don't know what the lingo is, and it just worked out. But yeah, what a funny market. What's the answer to this issue, do you think?
I guess the answer is we need to start knocking on doors and asking people to put their home on the market.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, can you sell your house, please?
Yeah. Hey, can you sell your house? I have buyers.
Yeah.
So who are buying the houses? Are they I think you mentioned offline a little bit. Some people are moving in, they're remote working. Are you seeing some of that happening?
I'm not seeing a whole lot of that myself. I have buyers right now who are, pretty local to the area, who are just looking to either, upgrade, get a bigger home. I'm not getting a lot of those people who are coming in from larger areas like Bend or Portland. Generally that happens when you've been, a real estate agent for longer periods of time. So you get those phone calls and you get those referrals. So basically, I know that a lot of people are working remotely now and looking for homes, but I don't have many of those buyers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's try to keep them. Let's keep our serenity.
It's constantly a little bit, of a challenge, because you want new people, you want younger people, and so on and so forth, be into the community. But at the same time, it does bring change. It brings change to all of us,
Mm-hmm.
And so I work on a number of different boards, and that's it's a push-pull conversation all the time. We love our way of life, but at the same time, if everybody who likes their life dies, then there's no thriving for the future. And so it's
exactly.
Yeah. Well, Allison, thank you so much. Any other last words before we let you go?
Gosh, I don't think so. It's like I come on this show, and obviously I'm not going to be as exciting as the Johnny Ballgame show, right? Which is like talking about real estate. Really,
you're way better looking.
Well, I appreciate that. So I come on here, I talk about the housing, shortage crisis, and it's like, well, what do we do about it? Well, there's a lot of people who want to wait till spring to list, which is fine, but please do know that now is a great time to list your home.
Good. And before you leave, talk to us for just a minute about the team that you work with.
Oh my goodness. So Remax Real Estate Team we're a close-knit office, to say the least. We're like family. We've got a bunch of ladies, and then there's Randy McInnes, and it's yes,
yeah,
it's amazing.
I feel for Randy. He's kind of like the brother in a whole bunch of girls. Rough. Yeah, when you have those families where there's one boy and a ton of females, a ton of girls.
I don't think he minds it.
He doesn't? Yeah.
Nah.
Probably not. Yeah. Shauna and Randy are really good people, and I love them dearly. So,
They are amazing.
Well, thanks, Allison, for being here today, and always appreciate our real estate, our Remax real estate team giving us the keys to the market. So we'll catch you next time.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Allison.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, you know what time it is?
Todd said they play that playoff every year. I think the GOL's so lopsided all the time that I don't even pay attention to it. So honestly, TJ, good morning. You're in Danville, Illinois today. Wow, cool. Awesome.
All right, I see him looking at us, the corner of his eye. You ready, man? Here we go.
Oh, we ain't even taking a break. Oh, I thought we were gonna take
let's
a break.
just do it. He's got to be out of here by 20 till. So, you know,
are you in the studio?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm in the rowpaint.com studio here in beautiful Boise, Idaho. Got some stuff you guys can see here. Not nothing too crazy, but they set us up pretty good. And of course, Doddsy wants to take a break. Like, man.
Well, it's just a little more natural than just yanking you in here. What, you guys changed your call numbers?
We've always been KTIK.
Okay, but your numbers, your station numbers.
Yes, we moved frequencies from 93.1 to 95.3. We're still on the AM and stream and app and Alexa and all that stuff. So, yep, we're doing well. We're having fun, man. It's good to see you guys, man. Hey, Doddsy, think about this. Pitchers and catchers were supposed to report yesterday.
I know.
It's brutal, huh?
There's not
going to be a baseball season? I know, man. It's depressing.
So help me. What's the significance? Baseball. What's the significance of that?
The league's locked out right now. The owners and the Players Association can't agree on the next collective bargaining agreement. Basically, how they're going to divide up billions of dollars. And
got it.
The season technically starts, baseball, when pitchers and catchers report. That's when they report to spring training. It's usually mid-February, and you can kind of say it's baseball season because pitchers and catchers have reported. The rest of the players report like a week or 10 days later, but pitchers and catchers were supposed to report yesterday, and since they're in a lockout, they didn't report. There's no teams, there's no functions, there's no activities, so it's a big baseball buzzkill, man.
Wow.
Yeah. It's usually right after the Super Bowl. Everybody says it's finally baseball season.
Yep.
Like, here we
Absolutely.
go. Carol Knopp says hi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Miss her.
Well, how are you doing, man? Give us an update.
Things are going well. Yeah, things are going well. Football season obviously over. So the show kind of transfers over into, basketball and then baseball, we hope at some point, and covering the local scene, talking some national stuff too, having fun. You know me, BC. Just try to have fun at every step of the way and try not to take things too seriously and just have a good time and enjoy my life and try to be stress-free.
Nice. You missed Max McCullough's senior day was this Saturday. It was pretty phenomenal.
I saw some pictures, man. Emotional, I bet. Did you cry a little bit?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So it was Kobe and Zane's senior day. Those three were seniors.
That's a good group. Those are good kids. Yeah, those really are good kids. And
they clinched the tournament on Saturday, too.
That was my question. So they're going to the CCC tournament. Good for them, man. And I know Chris Kemp, his first year, that's always a challenging year, especially when you're taking over on an interim basis. There's a lot of stuff flying around there.
Your best player goes down preseason.
Yeah, Max goes down. You're right. That's tough. That's tough, man.
But he beat C of I for the first time in 5 years.
That was a big win. That was a big win. Great coverage. Great coverage, guys. That was all over the place on social media.
That might get him the job right there. Yeah,
it's good to see the relationship you guys have built there with EOU. That's where you go to get the coverage now. You know, you don't go to the newspapers as much anymore, and with the technology that you guys have and the equipment you guys have, I mean, you guys are kind of knocking that out of the park. I'm impressed. Well done. You didn't need me to do it. You guys rode my coattails in that freaking town.
I'm more famous with the EOU kids. I'm more famous with the EOU kids than you ever were.
That's very true. That's very true. But
that's nice my only claim to fame.
I didn't have to carry this stuff too. Yeah, wow, good for you guys.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the reason that we're on here is because you're not. It's like, okay,
right.
The talent left, so the clowns have got to get in front of the camera. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Why are you wearing it's a Ken Griffey Jr. shirt.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Yeah.
In honor of me wishing pitchers and catchers were reported today. So
sad, man.
What's going on with your coverage? What do I expect for the next couple months? What are you guys getting into?
I'm going to try to get to state wrestling. That's my goal. For the short-term goal is I want to be at state wrestling. I think it's important to the people of LeGrand. We have a really good chance at winning the state championship this year. We have 18 kids that qualified this last weekend, and I think it would be a good thing for me to get over there and do some coverage.
Memorial Coliseum again?
Yeah.
Great venue, too.
No, it's not at Memorial. They moved it. They're actually having it in like Forest Grove, I believe.
That's at Pacific, right?
I think so.
Pacific University. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you guys should get over there. Yeah.
I'm gonna try. It's just a matter of. I mean, there's a lot of EOU stuff going on all the time, and it's we're gonna be having nationals for track and field. I've been focusing on some track athletes. We're gonna have the CCC tournament. The women are gonna have a home playoff game. They're in third right now. They have a chance to win the CCC again this year. Good. So it kind of depends on what happens with everything around here. It's a crazy time of year, like especially with as involved as I am with the basketball team. So
I'll be looking forward to the coverage, guys. Keep it up.
Yeah.
We have a Roku channel now. I don't know if you've heard that. That's kind of cool.
You guys are on Roku?
Yeah.
EOA Live?
This show is playing live there now, so it's very cool. Yeah.
I like Roku. Big fan of that. Me and my girlfriend, we have Roku set up, couple TVs in our house. So I'll make sure to download the EOA Live app for sure.
Yep. No, so that's been, we've made a ton of, and you'll have to come by. I mean, we've got new cameras in the studio, and we had to beef up stuff for the Shrine game, which we're going to do again coming in August. And so that, it's just
Doddsy, talk to me about that.
We're going to involve you in some way, shape, or form.
I'd like to be involved there, possibly, if I'm in town. I'd love to do that. I am a little disappointed that this hit isn't sponsored. No one went out and got at least $50 to say, "Hey, I'm bringing Ballgame on. I can sell this for $50 and put your logo on the damn screen." Not even my brother at LeGrand Stereo Music to say, "Hey, Mikey, it's $30, man."
I still have a
we're not good as good at the sponsorship as you.
No.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no, it's like we just don't think I'm here, man. It's like I need a sponsorship just for me. We don't have that kind of.
Well,
I sing it for really special events like Gonzaga trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome, Johnny. You should have went with me. Dude. I was sitting right on the court, video and taking pictures. I was in, as soon as Max got hurt, I was in the locker room. Barry Henderson was taking care of me. He took me into the special room where they have the higher end food.
Oh, nice,
cool, dude. Yeah, it was.
For Barrett to take you, of all people, into a room with high-end food,
Yeah.
they must have a big
awesome,
budget,
dude.
man. That's a big budget.
They have
Man,
a huge
Doddsy,
budget.
why don't you go to the special food route? Help yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the coolest part about that though was like I was with the team the whole weekend. We go out the night before. So we played on Sunday, Halloween. We go out Saturday night, right? We rent some of those scooters, the little electric scooters that you can rent and park wherever. I give the cameras to the players, right? And I said, just record, talk to the cameras on gimbals, right? And we just cruise around town talking. I mean, it's Saturday night, Spokane.
Yeah.
And the night before Halloween. There's a lot of people out, right? And we get to the kennel and we're looking inside and we see the janitor. We bang on the door. He comes to the door. He lets us in with no coaches and just lets us walk around and take pictures and just soak it all in. It was once in a lifetime. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's really cool. You guys got to do that, and the partnership, whatever you guys have with EOU, it's fun to watch. I can keep in touch with the Mounties and the Tigers and all the surrounding schools. I like to see what's going on with those kids, and it's nice to be able to follow. And you guys said like this time of year is fun. You got state tournaments coming up in basketball and wrestling, which are big around there, obviously, and then EOU. Their basketball, March Madness coming. I like this time of year as a sports fan. Football's great, but it's nice to not have to worry about the football grind anymore, and focus on the spring sports. And the weather gets nicer. This is a good time. It's a good time to be a sports fan.
How you liking the whole hockey gig?
I was just gonna ask, how's the hockey gig, man?
I'm trying to get better. It's not easy. PA and sports talk are different. You have to talk a certain way. There has to be a certain type of inflection. Sometimes when I hear like the real guy do it, the guy ahead of me, I just do Wednesday nights and the other guy does the Friday and Saturday games. And he's been on the gig for a long time, but he can't work Wednesdays anymore, which is why I got the Wednesday offer. So I'll go to the games. They gave me season tickets. So I'll go to a lot of hockey games and I'll hear him work. And I'm like, oh, okay, I should probably say it kind of more like that next time than me getting crazy for the Zamboni. But
hey, the Zamboni's pretty exciting, dude.
It is the Les Schwab tires, Zamboni. So I did it to kind of challenge myself,
right.
Do something I've never done before, put something else on my resume, an ECHL PA gig, I think looks good on a resume. It's great experience. They pay me. So like it works. And it sometimes is tough on a Wednesday night. I finish the show at 6 and then I got to hustle down to the arena, which only is a few blocks. I'm downtown. The arena's downtown. But then you got to, rest up for about 20 minutes and then you're on PA for hockey for 3 hours. Those are long days, man. So,
it was funny. I've made fun of you a couple of different times. It's like, yeah, he probably just turns off the mic and keeps talking because
my girlfriend would agree with you. My girlfriend would agree with you.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I mean, you limiting yourself to PA only. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go home. I'll say, hey, did you listen to the show today? And she goes, no, I hear you talk all the time. I don't need to still hear you talk when you leave the house. Like, no, this is my break.
Yeah, this is me time.
And she's not a sports fan, so she'll always say, I don't even know what you're talking about anyway, and I don't care. So it's kind of nice though. But hockey's going well, man. I like it. I don't know what the status will be next year, if they'll want me back or if I would be back or whatever. But I'm learning a lot, and it's a great seat. Your center ice. You're up there in the press box. You got the big, studio mic in front of you, and And now the starting lineup for your Idaho Steelheads.
Oh my god!
That's how I roll, Fonzie. That's how I do it. I got 2 season tickets. Come on down anytime. I'll hook you guys up. Come over for the game. Watch a hockey game. We'll hang out. We'll go out to dinner or something.
Speaking
Anytime.
of getting outside the box, I've been doing PA too for I did the state softball tournament, and then I've been doing it for EOU softball for fall ball, and gonna probably do it this spring. And dude, it's different. Like it's not, there's not near as many people obviously as there are at the Idaho game, but it's still nerve-wracking.
5,000 people there, on a good hockey attendance. I still can't believe sometimes I get paid to do some of this stuff. You know?
Right.
Well, have you met anyone famous that, like, you know, since you've been back, is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I just met that dude?
No, I mean, like, you know, coaches and players here in Boise type of thing, but I don't think there's a lot of super famous people walking around in Boise, Brent. I mean, I know compared to LeGrand, you must think I'm on like Hollywood Boulevard or something, but no. I mean, no, I haven't. I mean, I met Mike Prater and JP, my producer. Those are the 2 famous people I've met.
More famous people.
Now they have to put up with me every day. What's up, Doddsy?
More famous people go to Coeur d'Alene.
There's a lot of, and Sun Valley, man. Sun Valley, dude.
Yeah.
Loaded with fame. And that's a great town, too. Yeah, McCall. There's a lot of, like, these treasures in Idaho for, like, elite and exclusive. And they just, the whole 9 yards, man. Idaho has a lot to offer in the resort scene. They really do.
They do. I like Idaho. I mean, I graduated from Northwest Nazarene. Yeah. So it's like.
You're an NNU grad? Way to go.
I am. Yeah.
I forgot about that. You did tell me that. We cover them a little bit. They have a nice rivalry with the College of Idaho.
Right.
Kind of the same level, but they're not in the same league. NNU is like an NCAA, I think, D3 team. But they call it the Mayor's Cup, and they play twice a year in basketball, a home and home in season. Those games, that's a big game around here for small college stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was when I was a student and faculty afterwards. It's like, those are big guilt. That's a big game. So, yeah.
What do you think about Peasley transferring to Wyoming?
I think it's cool, man. I don't know. I hope he has a chance to play. It didn't look like he was going to get that. It's weird because they traded quarterbacks. Yeah. Utah State got Wyoming's guy, and Wyoming took Peasley. Now,
Utah State's got a guy in front of Wyoming's guy, though.
So they do, but the Wyoming kid's tough. I think he's going to win that job, Doddsy. I really do. I don't think he went to Utah State to sit, but we'll see. I keep an eye on Peasley for sure, still in this league. And looking forward to see what he does up in Laramie, man. Laramie's a perfect town for Andrew Peasley. He wears cowboy boots every day. So does everybody there.
No,
he's a cowboy.
See, I hadn't heard that. I grew up in Casper. I mean, that's my dig. Well, hey, we got to let you go. We got to get you out of here.
You guys,
you got something to do?
I do, man.
Well, then get the hell out of here.
All righty.
Hey, we ain't on the radio.
Yeah.
I got a meeting coming up, so I got to go prep.
I'm surprised you're even at the studio this time of day.
He's got a meeting.
I'm surprised you're up, Doddsy. No way.
Every
You're an hour behind me.
He's got a meeting.
What time did you wake up today?
About 5:45.
Yeah.
5:45?
Yeah.
No way. No.
Yeah, I was here at 7:00.
But but when we started
with Doddsy, he was never out of bed. He was out of bed at 5:45 to take a leak, and then
I know.
Went back in bed and sleep for 5 more hours, man.
I know. When we talked about starting this morning show, he's like 8 a.m.
Yeah,
really?
We were night owls, man. I still am. I hate getting up early. And when I say that, that's at like 8:20. I wake up. Yeah. But
yeah,
all good. Thanks, guys. Anytime.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Good
Take it
talking
easy,
with you.
man.
What's up, Kenny? We blasted that up there for Johnny. He saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't really.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always good to have Johnny on and talk a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, the audio level of the show just like goes back down. Holy smokes.
Yep. Let's get back down to a dull roar.
So I want to talk about something that I've been thinking about. It's like, and I want people's opinions. Like, so what was your opinion of the halftime show at the Super Bowl? I mean, it was so when the different stuff that I saw is like really contrasting.
I'm all fan for it. It was awesome.
Yeah. Except if
they put some rap in the halftime show.
But except if you're like over the age of 55, you're like, what?
I know a lot of people over 55.
What are they saying?
My parents, Mrs. Ettinger, I know a lot of people that loved it that are over 55.
All right, you take a survey and you tell me.
Well,
okay, so where do you want to go? 60 people? Anybody over 60?
Say like 60, yeah.
Okay, thank you. More. Yeah. So yeah.
Bud says it sucked.
Who did?
That's just Bud would have rather had like Tony Bennett out there singing, like I thought there was a lot of energy. I thought it was cool. You couldn't understand a lot of what they were saying, but just the energy part was cool, and the fact that it generated social media buzz. They have to pay to
right. Yeah, I know.
You don't get paid to be the Super Bowl halftime show. You pay.
I know.
Dr. Dre paid that bill.
I thought it was. I mean, from a production standpoint, it was amazing. Phenomenal. It was. I mean, and I didn't object to it. It was just, but it was funny because I turned to the people my age that were watching the show. It's like, we clearly are not the target audience.
No.
Yeah. No. It's like the target audience is, people your age and younger. I mean, my kids who are in their mid 30s, I mean, they loved it.
I would say 50, like Dr. Dre and Snoop are 50, BC. They're 50 years old. I mean, they're in their 50s. Yeah. So like even people my parents' age listen to that and can relate with that.
Yeah.
And my mom's how old is my mom? My mom's 62.
Yeah. But your parents have a really wide appetite of music.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah. Not very many old white dudes have been to like Tech 9 concerts like my dad.
Right. Right. Yeah.
No. I thought it was great. I thought it was well done. I mean, football. Okay, so if you look at football and the fan base of football is very intertwined with the hip hop culture. All professional sports are now. And then the fan base is at least 70% of the fan base is probably even more is 50 and younger, which is, I mean, obviously they're going to target the fan base, and 90% of anything I've seen on the internet has been positive.
No, I just thought it was really, what I thought was really interesting is that it seemed like it was kind of a cliff in the sense that there was a very stark difference between those people who loved it and those people who didn't. I mean, there wasn't much in between. There wasn't like, oh, it was okay. I mean, it was very, either people loved it or they didn't, but I mean, I was watching it with my son-in-law, and he's, I think he's in his late 30s, and he couldn't hardly keep his, I mean, there was a lot of family stuff that was going on. People were eating and everything. And it's like, I mean, he couldn't get in front of the TV fast enough. I mean, it was just, he loved it. He was saying all the words to all the songs, and so
it was a pretty good game too, actually.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
I mean, the Bengals had a lot of momentum there. I thought maybe they were going to carry it through.
I was hoping they didn't. I was rooting for the Rams.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the fact that The Rams were the home team. They're a California team. I like Aaron Donald. I like their quarterback Stafford.
Yeah.
I like Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, I think that Odell Beckham Jr.'s got the short end of the stick on a lot of things in his career, and he's a great player. Eric Weddle came back. He was a Charger, and I was a huge fan of his. He came out of retirement, played just for the playoffs for the Rams.
Oh,
and
really?
Started, yeah. I mean, and actually he tore his pec in the first quarter of that game and played the whole rest of the game with a torn pec.
Wow.
Yeah, in football you use your pecs a lot.
Right.
You're tackling, you're grabbing.
Right. Yeah.
And then I like Aaron Donald. I think he's a class act and one of the best to ever put a helmet on.
Oh, very cool.
And Cooper Kupp too, Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
Graduate. I mean,
No,
he's
there
from right
was
here,
yeah.
Yakima Valley. That was huge. It was cool. He was a no star in high school. And that means like there's a recruiting. It's up to 5 stars, right?
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp was a no star. He didn't get any stars in recruit wise.
Wow. Well, he was. Yeah, my son Brady knows him. Had met him because he graduated from Eastern Washington. So
Heck of a story he is. Wow.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah. People in Cheney were excited about that. I tell you.
It was pretty cool to see. And the Rams couldn't run the ball. The Bengals knew they were going to Kupp, and they still couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
It was like it was pretty good. I liked it. I was impressed with the Rams for sure.
Well, cool stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
should we hit this list and get out of here?
Yep, I think so.
All right. On this day, February 15th in 1903, the first teddy bear was introduced in America, made by Morris and Rose Mitchum. 1903. On this day, 1926, February 15th, contract air mail service begins in the United States. 1926. On this day in 1950, Walt Disney's animated film Cinderella premieres in Boston, Massachusetts. On this day in 1972, sound recordings are granted U.S. federal copyright protection for the first time. 1972. So up until 72, you could just copy people's stuff.
Wow.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
And then finally, on this day in 2005, YouTube, internet site on which videos are shared and viewed by others, is launched in the United States.
Wow.
17 years ago. YouTube's been around for 17 years.
Wow.
That makes me feel old. So old. All right. So the number one song in 1982 on this day is Centerfold by the Jay Giles Band. Centerfold. Look at those guys, man. Look at them. Look at that shirt. That shirt right there. Ooh. It's fire. All right. And then the quote for the day. It takes nothing to join the crowd. It takes everything to stand alone.
Boy, isn't that the truth?
So it's nameless, but it takes nothing to join the crowd, but it takes everything to stand alone. There's a quote down there. In 72, let's see. Let me pull this off real fast and see what old Bud has to say. You had your favorites on the cassette, pirated. Hey, even in the early 90s, Bud, what we would do is I had a couple of tapes that I had bought. I think one was like a Fat Boys tape, and one was like a if I remember right, it was a hair band. I want to say maybe like, oh gosh, I can't remember, but we would just cover the little things and record the radio, the top 10 on the radio on Sundays or whatever, Casey Kasem, and record over that tape. So yeah, I know, but in 72, you guys weren't pirating because there wasn't a copyright
right
until 72. But in the late 80s and 90s, we were.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. Appreciate you all. Bud, Kenny, Carol.
Yep.
Todd, TJ, Amanda, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you. And we will see you Thursday right here.
Appreciate you.